So you've probably used AI to help you write something or maybe summarize a long document. But what if it could do the entire project for you? Well, that's the giant leap we're going to explore right now, the shift from AI as a simple tool to a powerful autonomous agent.
Okay, so what's the real difference here? Let's break it down. Think of a tool like asking an assistant to write one single email. An agent, on the other hand, is like giving your project manager a high-level goal, like draft the entire competitor report. See the difference? One helps with a single step, the other owns the whole process. That's the game changer.
All right, so let's really dig into what this shift from tool to agent actually means for how we're all going to work.
So, in simple terms, an AI agent is basically a system you can hand a complex goal to, and then, well, you can just walk away. It's got the autonomy to figure out the plan, do the steps, and deliver the final result all on its own.
Now, that might sound a little abstract, so let's make it real. What if you could have a personal assistant who is an expert on your work and only your work?
This is Notebook LM, and the idea is you feed it your own trusted documents, things like project reports, research notes, even meeting transcripts, and it instantly becomes an expert on that specific material. It's grounded only in your information, so you know it's not just making stuff up.
And getting started is incredibly easy. You just upload your sources, ask it anything you want about the content, and it gives you answers with citations pulled directly from the material you provided.
And this brings us to the most important part, trust. Because the answers are based only on your sources, you can check every single claim with direct citations. And, maybe most importantly, your private data is never, ever used for training. It stays yours, period.
Okay, so Notebook LM is an expert on your world. But what happens when you need an expert on the entire world? What if your research needs to span the whole internet? Well, that requires a totally different kind of agent.
Meet Gemini Deep Research. You can give it a really complex topic, say, emerging market trends, and it acts like an autonomous explorer. It's not just going to give you a list of links. No, it actually navigates the web, sifts through tons of data, and even shows you its thought process as it's working. This is that agentic process in action. It plans the research. It executes by searching the web. It reasons through what it's finding, and then it synthesizes everything into one comprehensive report. This is a process that could take a person days, and it's done in minutes. But what if an agent's goal wasn't just to find information, but to actually help you understand it? What if it could be a partner in the learning process itself? I mean, the difference here is just night and day. On the left, you get a simple answer. That's the old way. But on the right, the agent acts like a Socratic partner. It doesn't just give you the fish, it's designed to teach you how to fish by breaking down the problem and guiding you toward the solution.
You know, this whole approach is really rooted in learning science. The core idea is that real understanding doesn't come from just being told an answer. It comes from really grappling with the problem yourself. This totally changes the fundamental question we ask of AI. What if it could help you truly understand a topic, not just spit back an answer? That shift creates an incredibly powerful partner for building skills that actually stick. So, let's pull this all together. We've got a personal researcher, an autonomous explorer, a learning partner. This isn't just a collection of new tools. This is pointing to a fundamental change in how we're all going to work.
Here's the big picture takeaway. The future isn't about using AI. It's about managing it. You become the director of a team of specialized agents, delegating all the complex work so you can focus on what humans do best: strategy, creativity, and those big ideas.
We are moving into a world where you don't just ask AI for help, you give it assignments. So the question isn't if you'll use an AI agent, but what's that first complex goal that you're going to delegate?